We are live on YouTube. You are speaking, but you are on mute. We are not able to hear you. Duni?
Hi, Priyanka.
Hi, we are live on YouTube.
Okay, so we can go ahead and start.
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome to our live session with the University of Kent, where we'll be learning so much about the life at the University of Kent. I really hope we're looking forward to hearing that. We have here with us the university representative, where it will be enlightening us and will be taking us through this amazing session. Also, kindly note, sorry, Ugo, can you please unmute? Can you please mute yourself? Also, okay, sorry everyone, let me take that again. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome to our live session with University of Kent, where we will be learning so much about the life at the University of Kent. We also have here with us the University representative of Kent, Damlari. He will be taking us through this amazing session. And I would just like us to sit back, relax, and enjoy this amazing session. Kindly also note that there will be questions and answers at the end of the session. So please take notes, your questions, and we'll be taking them. The university representative will be answering all your questions at the end of the session. So right about now, I'll be handing over to the University of Kent. Damlari, you can take over. Thank you.
Thank you, Bimbo. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the University of Kent. I'm excited to be having this, and I'm sure by the time I'm done, they're going to have reasons to apply to the University of Kent, as we'll see. All right, let me see if I can share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can. Damlari.
Oh, okay.
How is this one?
Hold on. Are you seeing the full screen or?
Yes, I'm seeing the full screen. Live at Kent.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I want to be sure that you are seeing one page at a time. Okay. I'm trying to make that happen. Okay. All right. Okay, so be starting from my first slide, Life at Kent. And we will be at this webinar, we'll be looking at why the University of Kent, why do you have to choose us? And then talking about the life as a student in Kent. Then we'll also be looking at accommodation in Kent, and then what next? So, University of Kent, we have 2 locations in the UK. We have the Canterbury and the Medway campus. All right. And then, so what can you study at the University of Kent? So we have a lot of courses that you can choose from at the University of Kent. So we have courses in business, we have courses in computing, engineering, mathematics, we have courses in natural sciences, we have courses in law, society, and social justice. We have courses in human and social sciences, and we have courses in arts and humanities. I would want to mention at the same time that we have medicine at the University of Kent. We have medicine. So what are the things that we have to offer you when you come to us at the University of Kent? One thing that stands us out among many universities in the UK is that you have opportunity as an undergraduate student to study 2 courses at the same time. So for example, you want to study law and business at the same time, it's an opportunity, and it's a reality that you can take advantage of at the University of Kent. So you can do 2 courses together at the same time so that you come out with a joint honors. That's for undergraduate students. So that usually happens across many courses that we offer. Then you also have opportunity to work, during your course of study. So that happens at both undergraduate level and postgraduate levels, all right? And then for undergraduate levels, you can have your work placement during the 3rd year of your stay at the university. So after the 2nd year of study, you go 1 year for your work placement, and then you return to do your 3rd year, the 3rd academic year. So it makes it 4 years, and it's optional. So it depends on you if you want to take that option as an advantage to you, because that would help you to boost your CV at the time you're done at the university. So it helps you in your career, in looking for work after your studies. And it also helps you to make some money. And then, of course, it adds to your work experience. Then at the University of Kent, students also have the opportunity to take 1 year to study abroad. So if you really want to, you can decide to either do your work placement or you go abroad to study outside of the UK. Then the Kent Extra, so there are so many extra things that you get to enjoy at the University of Kent, like the one-on-one pastoral care, and there's so many extracurricular activities you can engage yourself in. We also have, for those that have their WAEC, we have our International Foundation Program that students can partake of before they join the degree. Then we also have the pre-sessional programs. This pre-sessional program is for those that do not meet their English language requirements and they still want to join early in the session before their main course starts, right? And then, like I said, we have the Kent and Medway Medical School where we have the medical course. So let me talk about our entry requirements. So for undergraduate level, if you're coming to study at the University of Kent, we are very flexible. Let me mention that we are very flexible in the sense that for the ranking of the University of Kent, for a kind of university that we have, you should be expecting to say, we won't accept anything less than A star, AAA. For A levels, we accept ABB to BBB, depending on the course. And then we accept also IB and then foundation from other universities or foundation providers. And then for our postgraduate studies, basically we would accept a 2-2. So before now, we're insisting on, having a 2-1 for undergraduate students to take on their master's courses. However, we've had to, think about it again and say, anything could have happened to students, at their undergraduate level. And then for Nigerian students, we understand that a lot of factors play out during undergraduate studies. And then we have brilliant minds at in Nigeria. So we accept a 2-2 from Nigerian applicants. And then even Ghana applicants, we accept 2-2. So for a lot of the courses, majority of the courses. So talking about our English language requirements. Yeah, so for our International Foundation program, if you're coming to study at the foundation, you are coming to study foundation program at the university, we would request that you write a UKVI recognized CELT. That is an IELTS or a PTE. However, it has to be a UKVI IELTS academic or a UKVI PTE academic. All right, that's for our foundation. So for our undergraduates, we don't require English language. If you have just finished your foundation or you've just finished your A level, you don't need to submit an extra English language test. However, for postgraduates, so there's a little bit of difference here for postgraduates. Up until some few months ago, we used to accept WAEC, a C6 in WAEC or C6 in NECO for English proficiency, or a letter from your employer that your mode of communication is English language, or we get a letter from your previous university to say you were taught and assessed in English. However, in the last 3 months, we've changed that to mean that we now request students to write an IELTS if you have stayed outside of your study for more than 2 years. So if you finished your degree course more than 2 years ago, you now need to supply your an external UKVI. Okay, it doesn't have to be UKVI accredited test. It could be IELTS academic or PT academic. However, we are hoping that this will change pretty soon so that we can start accepting WAEC, crediting WAEC or crediting NECO. So we have so many support systems in place that we've put in place at the University of Kent. So for example, we have student learning advisory service. So we have individual and group study skills. That's at the university. We have maths and statistics clinics. We have academic writing. We have range of learning resources. So all these put together, you'll be learning, you'll be support as you learn along the way. All right, and we also have academic advisors for every student. So there is a one-to-one advice and guidance for each student that we have at the University of Kent. So you are not standing alone. At all times at the University of Kent, you have someone to support you for advice, and if you need guidance. We also have personal academic support system, and we also have e-learning tools to support your academic learning. Well, we're always proud to show the awards that we have. So recently we've been rated gold in the Teaching Excellence Framework in the UK. And that's in recognition of our consistent, outstanding teaching. So it means that when you come to the University of Kent to learn, you are very, very sure that you'll be getting quality and outstanding teaching from the University of Kent, so that when you graduate, you have something to be proud of, and you have something to contribute to your employer and the world at large. And then the Times Higher Education has awarded us, winner of the outstanding library team and the winner of the outstanding support for program for students for 2 consistent years. And even our research excellence framework, we've been rated, in the top 20 for research intensity. So what that means is that University of Kent has been recognized to be a very good university when it comes to research work. So we are not just teaching you, we continue to research on every subject to make sure that we are giving you up-to-date information about every course. Well, this is our library. This is our library, and then it's called Templeman Library. So you have access to this library 24 hours at some key periods, probably exam periods. You have the library cafe, you have study spaces that are. Thank you. Okay, so we have study at Medway. I mentioned that we have 2 campuses in the UK. That's the Canterbury campus and the Medway campus. So this is Medway campus library that is on my screen. So University of Kent is a collegiate university. So what does that mean? So there are 3 kinds of universities in the UK. So we have the city universities. So city universities are those universities that are spread across a particular city. There is no campus per se, so everything is not on a particular location. So we have different buildings across the particular cities. Those are city campuses. And we have the campus universities. So the main campus universities are those universities that have everything together just in one location. But a collegiate university in the UK means that you have the combination of both what you experience you have the experience of the city university, and you have the experience of the campus-based university in one particular university. So we have our Medway campus, and we have our Canterbury campus. And on each campus, you have everything that you require to study and have a quality campus experience in the UK. And then we are just 1 out of 8 universities in the whole of the UK that runs a collegiate system. What else can you do at the University of Kent? Number 1, you have your co-curricular and extracurricular activities. You have Study Plus, that you can get involved in business and entrepreneurship. You'll be guided thoroughly when you're studying at the University of Kent. You have the option to study abroad, like I mentioned, and you have the option to, volunteer in different societies and sports. And then you can also have opportunity to lead different societies. So one particular thing about us at the University of Kent is to prepare students for their future employment. And one of the ways we do that is every year. So employability festival simply means that in the UK to our campus at a particular time in the academic year, and students get to speak with them, go around to talk to them. What do I need to get employment in your organization? How do I prepare myself? And what's the salary range and all that. So this happens every year, and that prepares our students for the employment after the university education. So students take the advantage of this. And then of course, you get support every way of your studies at the University of Kent. We have our student support and well-being team. We have the health services that you can always make use of. We have the chaplaincy. We have the faith space and midway chaplain. So University of Kent have spaces for both Christians and Muslim and whatever you believe. So we have spaces for them to practice whatever religion that suits you. We are very inclusive and very accommodating. So you can be part of the Kent Union. So Kent Union is the students' union, that we have. So, and there's a lot of opportunity within the Kent Union. You can decide to be a part of it. I mean, it's very, very useful to be a part of the student, at the university. It adds to your leadership skills. It adds to your social life skills. And then, of course, you get to enjoy every bit of it. There are different societies that you can be a part of while you're studying. So there are a lot of sports facilities and opportunities at the University of Kent, all right? So we have the fitness suits, training and conditioning area, very, very comfortable. We have the multipurpose sports hall. We have the sports pavilion that you have range of courts and pitches. And then you have the indoor and outdoor facilities and so on and so forth. And the same thing we have at our Medway campus. All right. So at the University of Kent, the first year of your study, you get to enjoy free membership of the sports club. Afterwards, just get to pay a token. Then you can always be a part of, enjoying the arts, different arts, performing arts at the university. There are a lot of things to, get to eat, a lot of cafes that you can get, and a lot of restaurants that you can get to buy food on campus, on the two campuses. So you have everything you need on campus. So moving around the university is not difficult at all. You can move by bike, you can move by bus, you can move on foot, all right? So you can get to rent bike to use on the campus. You can get, the bus at a very discounted tickets that are available to students. And then you decide to walk, you can walk around the university. So there is an app that we've developed at the university, what that is called Safe Zone. So at the University of Kent, you have this app that wherever you are, you can, get in touch with any team for support at any time of the day. So make use of that. And then I will talk about international student fees and funding. So our standard non-lab-based fees is £17,400. So those are fees that you pay for courses that are not lab-based. But courses that are lab-based or practicals that involve practicals, they are usually 21,200 pounds. And then a lot of our business courses at the postgraduate level are 21,200 pounds. Then our international foundation program is 17,400 pounds. And then there are a lot of scholarships to enjoy at the university. Undergraduates can enjoy as much as 3,750 when they are progressing from foundation program onto their degree program, when they meet a certain percentage of the course. And then we have the Kent Scholarship for Academic Excellence that is worth £2,000 at the first year alone. Then we have the International Scholarship for Undergraduate Students. It's worth 3,000. We have range of postgraduate scholarships as well. And then we're also a part of the different external university scholarship, just like the British Council Great Scholarships. It's worth £10,000. And then we have the Best Way Foundation Scholarship. Well, this is not for Nigerians. We have the British Council scholarships, we have the Achievement Scholarship, then we have the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship. We have more than enough accommodation on campus. We have the Canterbury accommodation and we have the Medway accommodation. So when you get your offer, you can apply for your accommodation right away. I think that's for me. So any question you want to ask, please feel free to ask your question. Thank you very much for listening.
Hi, Damilare. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was really, really helpful and enlightening. I'm very sure everyone on this live session really enjoyed your session, and in one way or the other, we all learned one or two things about the University of Kent. Thank you so much. I'm going right into the question session. So yes, there are quite some number of questions that are already dropped in the chat box, so I'll be reading them out now. Okay, so number one says, how far ahead of time should a student begin working on his or her college application?
Okay. I can hear myself. Okay, student can start applying for their course as much as 1 year before even your start date. So for example, students that want to resume September 2023 can start submitting applications from October this year.
Okay, thank you. The second question says, what is your tuition fee like for MSc Cybersecurity if it is offered?
Yes, we have computer science cybersecurity, and it is £21,200.
Okay, thank you. Third question says, do you have arrangement for instrumental payments? If so, what is instrumental payment like?
Okay, so our payment is, okay, so let me break it into two. We have the undergraduates and we have the postgraduates. So undergraduates, for foundation students and undergraduate students, we don't require deposits from them, all right? And for PhD holders, offer holders, so we don't require deposits, right? Get that? Then by the time students are arriving on campus, for those that we haven't requested them to pay deposits, by the time they are arriving on campus, they must pay up to 50% of their tuition fee. 50% of the tuition fee. And then by the third month of their arrival in the UK, they need to pay the balance of their tuition fee. So for those that we request payment for postgraduate for master students, we will require for every other course £2,000 deposit, but for business courses, we only require £1,000 deposit. After the deposit, upon arrival in the UK, upon enrollment, students need to pay up to 50% of their tuition fee. And then they can spread the remaining for over 3 months after September. So that will be September, October, November, December. So by December, they need to pay their balance.
Okay, thank you. Son asks, are there scholarship programs?
Yes, I just covered the scholarship programs we have. I just spoke on the scholarship programs we have. So we have the scholarships for those that are progressing from their foundation to their from foundation to their degree, and then we have scholarships worth of 3,000 for students that are on their master's course. However, these scholarships are not automatic. Students need to apply for these scholarships. So, and then on their Kent Vision, on the applicant portal, they will be notified as soon as they get their offer. So on their student applicant portal, they will be able to see when the scholarships come live for them to apply, and they can apply there.
Okay, thank you. Another question says, are there any essay topics you get tired of seeing or would want students to stay away from?
Are there what?
Are there any essay topics you get tired of seeing or would want students to stay away from?
Well, I don't think that's essay topic. I don't understand what you mean.
Okay, so maybe person will have to rephrase it again.
Yes.
Okay. So another question says, I have 8 years of experience in digital marketing, but I have an education gap. Am I eligible for MBA in marketing?
MBA marketing. Yes,
Yeah.
you are eligible as long as you have a 2-2 in your first degree and you have work experience after your first degree. I mean, you can come on to do the MBA.
Okay. Another question says, how can visa application be considered?
I pay that.
How can this application be considered? Maybe SIUK would have to explain that.
Yes, please. Okay.
Okay.
So please hold on. Another question
Please,
says,
where
which
is
is
he?
the best? Okay. So another question says, which is the best accommodation for first-year students?
Which is the best accommodation?
For first-year students.
So does the person mean on campus or off campus? Catered or self-catered? Self-catered or, catered? I don't understand that question. So there are different kinds of accommodation. So you have the on-campus accommodation, you have the off-campus accommodation. So for
Okay, sorry, she just replied. She said on campus.
Okay, mobile. Okay, so I'm sure it's now, I would say this loosely, that you have different options that you choose from. When you go to the accommodation website, you'll see different options. However, I would advise, for the first year, get a shared accommodation where you share your living area, your common area where you get to cook, you get to your bedroom with someone else, but you have your own room to yourself. I don't know if I answered that question correctly.
Okay.
Mobile.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Damilare. Okay, so another question says, does the University of Kent have electrical and electronics engineering?
Electrical and electronics engineering at what level? Undergraduate or postgraduate? We don't have at postgraduate level.
Okay. Another question says, does the University of Kent have MSc Adult Nursing for postgraduate students?
No, we don't have nursing courses. We don't offer nursing courses. However, we have social work.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Person has already asked. The next question says, does the university offer social work? Which you've answered already. Yes. Another question says, can a third class student with BSc in nursing study in the University of Kent?
So to study what course in particular, but generally we don't accept a third class. Yeah. In as much as I say we generally don't accept a third class, but if a student, for example, has a third class in business management, and then they have like 12 years experience as business manager, and they want to study an MBA, we can't consider such. Yeah.
Okay. So another question says, do you have intakes for January?
Yeah, so we have intake for January, but very few courses. Majority of the courses we have in January are LLM courses. And then we have one business course, so very few courses. So, but majority of our courses are run in September. And then we are hoping that we'll be having more courses in January very soon.
Okay. Is there an anatomy course at Kent?
Hello?
At University of Kent, is there a course called anatomy? Or do they offer a course called anatomy?
I think I can hear you properly. Did you say anatomy?
Yes, please.
Oh, no.
Okay, so there are no such course at University of Kent.
Yeah, we don't have anatomy.
Okay. Another question says, for the undergraduate level, for electrical and electronics, what's the tuition fee like?
21,200.
Okay. Okay, since there is no course for anatomy, person was already asking for the tuition fee for anatomy. Okay, someone also asked, what's the tuition fee for MSc social work?
Social work is 17,400 per year. So, and it's 2 years.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Damilare. That looks like what we have here. Thank you so much. Okay, another question came in. Okay, tuition fee for pharmacy.
Hello?
Yes, please. The last question that came in says, what is the tuition fee for pharmacy?
It's be 21,200 pounds per annum. 21,200 pounds per annum.
Okay. So thank you so much, Larry. In the absence of no other questions, I think we've come to the end of today's live session. Thank you so much for the enlightenment, for making us know so much about life at University of Kent. And we are hoping that after this session, you get more inquiries and more applications from this session. And if there are any more inquiries or any more questions, we'll reach out to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh, okay. I think they don't want us to go. So let me just quickly take this. Sorry. Is there a general intake for MSc social work?
No, social work is only runs in September.
Okay. And then lastly it says, can a third class student study MSc social work in University of Kent?
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. And I hope you do have a lovely day ahead.
You too.
Thank you everyone for coming. We hope to see more applications moving towards University of Kent after this session. We are open to receiving your inquiries at SIUK, and we do hope you have a lovely day. Thank you and do have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you.